MOU for green hydrogen and green ammonia between Deen Dayal Port Authority Kandla and Renew E-Fuels Private Limited Gurugram, rupees 26,000 crores. Could we have representatives of the Deen Dayal Port Authority Kandla and Renew E-Fuels Private Limited Gurugram exchanging MOUs for green hydrogen and green ammonia, rupees 26,000 crore. Next is Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep, and Inland Waterways Authority of India, Paradeep Port Authority, Mahamadi Coal Limited and Government of Odisha, and this is for development and operationalization of National Waterway 5 and National Waterway 64. Cost is rupees 22,384. Could we have the agency Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep, and the second party, Inland Waterway Authority of India, Paradeep Port Authority, Mahanadi Coal Limited and Government of Odisha, please? This is for development and operationalization of National Waterway 5 and National Waterway 64. Let's move on. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and ISDPL International Belgium for development of terminals Vadhva, rupees 21,000 crores. Could I request representatives of Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and ISDPL International Belgium? MOU is for development of terminals Vadhva, valued at rupees 21,000 crores. Next is Deen Dayal Port Authority, Kandla, and Statkraft India Private Limited, Delhi. This MOU is for green hydrogen and green ammonia, valued at rupees 20,000 crore rupees. Yes, we have representatives of Deen Dayal Port Authority, Kandla, and Statkraft India Private Limited, Delhi. MOU exchange for green hydrogen and green ammonia. Cost is rupees 20,000 crores. Next is Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and JM Bakshi for development of terminals Vadhva, valued at rupees 20,000 crore rupees. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and JM Bakshi for development of terminals Vadhva, rupees 20,000 crore rupees. Let us move on. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and DP World International, Dubai for development of terminals Vadhva, rupees 20,000 crores. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai, and DP World International, Dubai exchanging MOU for development of terminals Vadhva, valued at rupees 20,000 crore. Next, Deen Dayal Port Authority, Kandla, and Samcorp Green Hydrogen India Private Limited, Gurugram for a green hydrogen and green ammonia, valued at rupees 16,000 crore. So this is an MOU for green hydrogen and green ammonia between Deen Dayal Port Authority, Kandla, and Semcorp Green Hydrogen India Private Limited, Gurgaon. Next, New Mangalore Port Authority, Mangalore, and Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited for port-based infrastructure for business development, rupees 5,000 crores. This MOU is for port-based infrastructure for business development between New Mangalore Port Authority, Mangalore, and Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited, valued at rupees 5,000 crore. Next, let us move on to MOU for doubling of Haridaspur Paradeep BG main railway line and construction of Dhanamandal Chandikhol Cord line between Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep, and Haridaspur Paradeep Railway Company Limited, HPRCL. The value is rupees 3,150 crores. MOU for doubling of Haridaspur Paradeep BG main railway line and construction of Dhanamandal Chandikhol Chord line between Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep and Haridaspur Paradeep Railway Company Limited, HPRCL, value rupees 3,150 crore. Next, Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep and Jindal Steel and Power Limited, JSPL, MOU for award of concession for Western Dock to handle Cape-size vessels under port modernization, valued at rupees 3,000 crore. MOU between Paradeep Port Authority, Paradeep and Jindal Steel and Power Limited, JSPL, award of concession for Western Dock to handle Cape-size vessels under port modernization, rupees 3,000 crore. Next is Dredging Corporation of India Limited, Visakhapatnam and Cochin Shipyard Limited, dredger building at Cochin Shipyard Limited, Atmanirbhar, rupees 2,400 crore. Dredging Corporation of India Limited, Visakhapatnam and Cochin Shipyard Limited for dredger building at Cochin Shipyard Limited, Atmanirbhar, valued at rupees 2,400 crore. Next, Mumbai Port Authority, Mumbai and Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited and Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited for development of crude oil and product tankages at Marine Oil Terminal Jawahar Dweep, valued at rupees 2,200 crores. MOU for development of crude oil and product tankages at Marine Oil Terminal Jawahar Dweep between Mumbai Port Authority, Mumbai and Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited and Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, value rupees 2,200 crores. Moving on, MOU for maintenance dredging in Hooghly Estuary between Dredging Corporation of India Limited, Visakhapatnam and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Authority, Kolkata, value rupees 2,000 crore. So this MOU is for maintenance dredging in Hooghly Estuary between Dredging Corporation of India Limited, Visakhapatnam and Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Port Authority, Kolkata, rupees 2,000 crore. Let's move on. The next MOU is for desalination plant augmentation and new capacities between New Mangalore Port Authority, Mangalore and Mangalore Refinery Petrochemicals Limited, valued at rupees 1,500 crores. Desalination plant augmentation and new capacities between New Mangalore Port Authority, Mangalore and Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited, rupees 1,500 crores. Next is the Shipping Corporation of India and IINO Lines Japan for trade and business. This MOU is worth rupees 1,250 crores. Shipping Corporation of India and INO Lines Japan for trade and business, rupees 1,250 crore. Let's move on. Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai and AP Malamask Terminals for developing best-in-class port and terminal infrastructure, rupees 1,100 crores. So MOU for developing best-in-class port and terminal infrastructure between Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority, Navi Mumbai and AP Malamask Terminals, rupees 1,100 crores. Let us move on. Mormugua Port Authority, Goa and Seven Island Shipping Limited for development of dockyard, ship repairing yard and barge berth, rupees 850 crores. MOU between Mormugua Port Authority, Goa and Seven Island Shipping Limited for development of dockyard, ship repairing yard at barge berth, rupees 850 crores. Next, let's move on. Kamarajar Port Limited, Chennai and Indian Oil Corporation Limited for installation of pipeline from port to Manali, rupees 829 crores. So this MOU is for installation of pipeline from port to Manali between Kamarajar Port Limited, Chennai and Indian Oil Corporation Limited, value rupees 829 crores. Next is Kamarajar Port Limited, Chennai, and National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coasts, NTC, PwC, and IIT Madras. This is for implementation of Capital Dredging Phase 6, valued at rupees 600 crores. Kamarajar Port, Chennai, and National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coasts, NTC, PwC, IIT Madras, implementation of Capital Dredging Phase 6, 600 crores. Next, Visakhapatnam Port Authority, Visakhapatnam, and National Highways Authority of India for construction of 10-lane road from Sheelanagar to Convent Junction in Visakhapatnam, rupees 501 crore. MOU for construction of 10-lane road from Sheelanagar to Convent Junction in Visakhapatnam between Visakhapatnam Port Authority, Visakhapatnam, and National Highways Authority of India, rupees 501 crores. Next, Indian Ports Association, New Delhi, and Port of Esbjerg for port greenification, creation of offshore wind energy ecosystem, and enhancing modular cargo shipments. So this is for port greenification, creation of offshore wind energy ecosystem, and enhancing modular cargo shipments between Indian Ports Association, New Delhi, and Port of Esbjerg. Next is Indian Ports Association, New Delhi, and AP Malamask terminals for knowledge sharing on best practices in digitalization, decarbonization, and development of world-class ports and terminals. MOU between Indian Ports Association, New Delhi, and AP Malamask terminals for knowledge sharing on best practices in digitalization, decarbonization, and development of world-class ports and terminals. The penultimate MOU between Mormugao Port Authority, Goa, and Indian Port Rail and Ropeway Corporation Limited, IPRCL, for development of ropeway from Vasco to Donapaula, rupees 500 crores. This MOU is for development of ropeway from Vasco to Donapaula between Mormugao Port Authority, Goa, and Indian Port Rail and Ropeway Corporation Limited, IPRCL, rupees 500 crores. And the last one, Visakhapatnam Port Authority, Visakhapatnam, and the Indian Navy, outer to outer harbor. This MOU, ladies and gentlemen, is for outer to outer harbor between Visakhapatnam Port Authority, Visakhapatnam, and the Indian Navy. Let us have a combined round of applause for all the MOUs that were just exchanged. And we were witnessing some golden moments there. So ladies and gentlemen, to bring this ceremony to a fitting close, it is now time for us to appreciate and express gratitude to all those who have made this event a grand success. I invite on stage Sri Rajiv Jalota, Chairman of Mumbai Port Authority and Indian Ports Association, to deliver the vote of thanks.